There we go. All right, guys. Well, welcome back to the third podcast. I know it's been pretty much over a week since we've recorded one. I keep saying we, but I mean, obviously, like, I have plans and thoughts to expand and, have more people sort of like chime in and help with these podcasts, but that's something that I can't do at the moment. Or at least not yet. It's in the works. I'm thinking about getting some more people to help me with this. I'm gonna start hiring writers, start hiring comedians, so my jokes are actually funny. Probably may have to. Okay, never mind. I'm just not gonna get into it. I was like, this could go really. This could either be a really funny little thing at the beginning, or it could just be completely bad. By bad, I mean no, I won't get into it. But yeah, welcome back to the third podcast. My name is Necrosis, and yeah, that's my name. And today I just wanted to rant a little bit. It's not going to be a long podcast. It's just going to be like a small fucking Twitch rant. Or actually, yeah, like a Twitch rant mostly, I think. Just things that kind of annoy me about the platform. And before I start any of this, I am not a professional in any of this. This is just based off of my feelings alone and what I know about the platform. So before you sit there and start fucking angrily typing with your little fucking nubs for fingers, like, just know that I don't acknowledge myself as someone that's very well versed in the Twitch universe. I'm just saying, from an outsider's perspective looking in, this is basically what Twitch is to me. Or how it feels. Actually, no, not what it is to me. It's just like some of the things that I just want to complain about. That's literally all it is. But anyway, Twitch is an interesting platform. It's a live streaming service that's basically fucking free, and it's basically free to stream on. And for the most part, I love it. I think it's fine. I mean, over the years, it's been more and more PC, but or politically correct. But it's not too bad. You can still find a stream here, every now and then that's a little less PC and a little bit more of whatever the fuck they want to do as far as streaming goes, whether it's gaming or art or just generally whatever. Um, but yeah, I mean overall, it's a nice little package. It's nice interacting with someone in real time, or it's nice watching someone play a game in real time, especially if it's like a game that you haven't played before or something like that. I'm just throwing that out there. But as a viewer and as a streamer, there's just a lot of things that are just kind of annoying. They're a little nitpicky, but still they're annoying. Over time, it's just kind of like if you're fucking sleeping in bed and like every now and then like a single droplet of water leaks through the ceiling. If it happens once, it's really not that big of a deal. You'll hardly ever notice it. But if it happens once a night for the rest of your fucking life, eventually you're gonna get up and either fucking break open your ceiling. Well, actually, you should, because you should have done that like within the first couple of days, because there could be a bad leak. But anyway, that's not the point. Point is that you would go and try to fix it and like address the situation. Um, but yeah, there's Twitch has this like little, it's like Two Face, like from the Dark Knight. It's the coin that he has. One side's burned and the other side's fine. So we show the nice, clean, shiny side to the world, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's a streaming platform. Kids can watch this." And then they turn the coin, and it's just fucking completely burnt. And etched on there are just like countless stories of like fucking Twitch TOS bullshit and fucking Twitch drama and whatnot. And it's just like, It's not bad for the most part. It's not terrible. Like I'm not gonna change the way I live because fucking someone's throwing a fit, but it gets annoying. It gets progressively annoying over the months. All 2 years now, recently. Yeah. I think back in February. February was my 2 year anniversary. So that was fun. I didn't do anything for it, but you know, it's fun. I enjoy it. And as a streamer myself, I think I'll get into that. Actually, no, I'll get into the viewer side at the beginning. We'll start with the beginning, because I started as a viewer a long, long time ago. And for the most part, it's just kind of like, I didn't really talk. Maybe every now and then I'll fucking throw up an emote and maybe say hello, but like for the most part, it's just like whoever the fuck's streaming this game, like I'm just there. Just watching, seeing how they conduct themselves. But mostly for the gameplay. I didn't really give a shit that much about the people back then. But point is that like I don't know. I like the things that I watch. I'm not gonna sit here and explain in detail what I watch. It's just like if I stumble upon a stream, I'm gonna watch them and I'm gonna like their content, and that's pretty much just where it's gonna land. I'm not gonna sit there and try to like do anything else about it. Like I'm not gonna, that's just what it is. I just like their content and that's it. Will I support them? I mean, as a streamer, yeah, sometimes I try to throw a little bit of love here and there and just like be like, hey, I enjoy your content. Here's more people that hopefully will enjoy your content as well. Um, but with that being said, I think one of the things that I hate the most about any sort of like social interaction is being called out, like as a lurker. I'm a lurker. I wouldn't say I lurk every single day. Sometimes I do, and sometimes I'm like I'm not just like leaving my computer on and just leaving for work and just lurking some random like no, 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 no. Like if I'm lurking, I'm usually for the most part I'll listen. Unless I'm like cooking, then obviously I'm walking away and doing something else. But it bugs me. It bugs me when I'm just trying to listen in and just listen to some gameplay, or I'm like off doing something else, just like working like this, like working on some sort of little script for the podcast, and all I hear is, hey, xNekroses. Hey, xNekroses, are you there? Hello, welcome to chat. Hello? Yeah? I mean, if you're there, like, I just had something to ask you, and I'm just kind of like, what the... Like, it's not that big of a problem, but over time, it's just kind of like, okay, like, I just want to listen. I don't want to, me being here is just, like, fucking up your entire dynamic of your stream, but it's just gonna, like, why? Like, if I'm just gonna sit there and enjoy, it's like being at a movie theater. It's like me getting up. I'm gonna use my friend as an example. Well, he's gonna be me in this situation. It's like me getting up in the middle of a movie and then like... Actually, no. So sorry. It's me walking into a movie theater, into a little, to go sit down and whatnot, enjoy my fucking popcorn or M&Ms or whatever the hell I'm buying or eating. And then, like, as soon as I walk in, it's like, oh, that's my friend Eric. Hey, Eric. Hey, Eric. Are you there? It's just like, no, just fucking leave him alone for the most, like, obviously, like, I'll text him and be like, hey, I see you there. Like, especially if we didn't mean to, like, meet up. We just met up randomly. But it's kind of like that. Like, people go to the theaters for, like, a relaxed kind of, scenario where they can just sit down, not really talk to anyone, or if they're there with family, then fuck it, whatever, talk to your family. But they're just there to watch a movie, watch some entertainment, without someone constantly bugging them about it. But for whatever reason, it's just kind of like that, like, okay. And yeah, sometimes I'll throw people a bone, and it's just kind of like, okay, yeah, sure. What do you want? Like, oh, I just wanted to say hello, and like, I wanted you to, like, what do you think I should do in this part of the game? And I was just like, okay. You're playing the game, so why should I decide that for you? At least for me, it's just kind of like, do whatever the hell you want. It's like, yeah, like I might do that, but like, what do you think I should do? I was like, just do whatever. Like, hey, you know what? I'll be right back. I'm gonna go cook, and then like I just proceeded to leave. But I mean, I don't know. I understand as a streamer. That was mostly me as a viewer. As I started streaming, I can understand that to an extent. Because yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call out lurkers, but there was a point where it's just kind of like, oh, hey, you're new to the chat and you're talking. Like, what do you think I should do? And I would get that same exact response. Like, I get people's not need, but like, I understand why people do it. To like do the whole interaction thing and try to be welcoming and stuff like that. But like, there's just better ways. There are way better ways to go about it. 100%. Like, you shouldn't have to call someone out of lurking in order to make a decision for the game that you're playing. And I'm not gonna sit here and tell everybody how to do it. I know how I do it. When like I kind of want to have a slightly more interactive chat, especially if it's like with an interactive game, I know how I'm gonna approach the situation, but I'm not gonna tell anybody how to do that. So you gotta, for some of this, you just have to, at least not on a podcast. You can message me afterwards and be like, hey, how do I do it? How do I get more people to be interactive with me? Wink, wink, hint, hint. You have to be interactive as well. Oh, wow, who would have guessed? Who would have guessed that talking constantly, and even if you're not asking chat, even if you're just asking yourself, like, fuck, what should I... Okay, anyway, we're getting a little too close. But anyway, the point is, fuck, I hate it when people call out lurkers. That's pretty much it. Here's the end of the podcast. See you guys. No, that's not it. That's only like 10 minutes. That's just a little piece of it. Also, a quick shout out to Opal Bunny, because I was recently just talking to Opal about this, or at least some of it. It was mostly in her chat, but like, there were a lot of things that I kind of wanted to reply as well, or like kind of more, just chime in a little bit more, but I feel like it's too much for a Twitch chat. And sometimes it's a little bit too much to read on your own, and like Opal's trying to play like Dead by Daylight at the same time, and it's like, you know what? Like, I don't want to be the pushy person that like sits there and like tries to fucking be the all-knowing person, because I don't know everything. Maybe what I'm saying is wrong. Maybe I should call out lurkers. Maybe I should call out Commander Root every single stream, every single fucking stream. Oh god. But anyway, that's not the point. Shout out to Opal, because she gave me a good idea on how to start this podcast. And that's kind of what I was struggling with at the beginning. Well, that, and I also got a job recently, but we're not going to get into that. At least not now. But the other thing I wanted to talk about is being low-key just being called out for not watching other streams, or just like being in someone else's channel. And it's just like, it's crazy. I think it's I think it's fucking rude. If like, you know, I honestly I just think it's rude. I think it's rude if you're lurking on someone else's channel and then, you know, you also lurk someone else like at some point and they call you out and they're like, "Hey, you know, I haven't seen you here in a long time." And this is something that Opal described as well. Like, I haven't seen you in a long time. Like, where have you been? I see you lurking on someone else's channel. And from my perspective, that's just fucking rude. It's just kind of like, and these are my words. These are no longer Opal's words. It was just that last or that first little bit. My words would be like, I don't fucking know. Make better content. Make something that I want to watch. And that's kind of how I would approach that, because it's like, no, fuck you. Like, fuck you for sitting here and basically making me out to be like some sort of asshole when like you don't fucking know what, and like you don't know where the fuck I like what the fuck I do. I work every day. At least not until quarantine happened, but before that, or before quarantine happened, I work pretty much every single fucking day, and I work long hours. And yeah, sometimes I have some downtime and I slip into someone's chat and I'm like, hey, or I just listen in. Or, you know, I pull up, shout out to Onesie Yuna, I'll put up Yuna's stream and just like listen because she's always sitting there and talking, and, you know, it doesn't really fucking matter what she's talking about, but, you know, she's always talking. And I just want to listen in. But like, I've also been called out in that same way, and it's just kind of like, I'm sorry, like, you don't, like, what do you want me to say? Do you want me to outline everything bad on your stream? Like, that's something that you should know about your channel already. Like, you're not talking enough, or you're talking too much, you're being too pushy, or you're not being interactive enough. Like, just, like, sit there and watch a VOD, dude. Shout out to Van Toren for fucking giving me that great piece of advice. Like, still, sometimes even I, as a streamer, sometimes I fuck that up. And I really should watch more of my VODs more often to, like, nitpick everything that I want to do. But at the same time, it's just kind of like, for me, I don't want to be that kind. Well, it's not a kind of streamer, but, like, at the current moment, Twitch isn't my main source of income. Work is. So work comes first. Twitch stuff, I'll work at a more delayed rate, because if you were to see me now versus like me streaming 2 years ago, I'm a very, very completely, well, I'm not a different person, but I'm a different streamer. But with that being said, I don't know. It's a dick move. Don't call out lurkers. Don't call out anyone for being in someone else's channel. That's just fucking rude. Like, let's be honest there. You know, I'm sitting here thinking, fuck, maybe I should censor that name out. Like, I'll tell them I talked about it. Actually, no, I'll ask first. But still, shout out to Opal, shout out to Onesie Yuna, shout out to Van Toren. Really, really great fucking streamers and content creators. I think they're fun, at least. For me, I think they're fun, and their attitudes are just nice overall. But, anyway. One of the other, not, it's just one of those things that bug me, because, like, the answer is pretty plain and simple. That most people are just too lazy to kind of work on their streams, and that's basically the only reason why, you know, most people just don't grow. I mean, as far as the things that I know about Twitch and growth and shit like that, and again, I'm no fucking professional. I'm just regurgitating things that I've seen, that I've listened to, and I at least trust the people that I've listened to because they're, for the most part, they're professionals or they've already made these things work in real time. I've seen it, I've seen it happen. I'll even fucking name drop. I'll name drop fucking Harris Heller. He was he's the dude that made the music for basically all of these podcasts, or he made it available for free so anybody could use it on YouTube. But that's his music. He also has a fucking stream. And I've seen that fucking dude go from... Fuck, when was it? It wasn't a low number, but it wasn't like... It wasn't in like the, plus 10,000 streamer or viewers. I think it was like 300? 2 or 300? I think it was 300. It wasn't like, he wasn't small, but he, you know. Anyway, the point is that, now he basically fucking streams for like 1,500 people. At least every single time I boot up Twitch, I'll see 1,000 every single time. Sure, there's dips here and there, but like, mostly 1,000. So go, if you want fucking tips on how to grow on Twitch and shit like that, go check out Harris Heller. Most of his shit is pretty solid. Same with Devin Nash. Devin Nash is he has a lot of good insight. And I personally, that's just my advice to you. Devin Nash's advice, you could use it for Twitch, or you could pretty much use it in most real life scenarios. So I would check it out. That's all I'm saying. I wish I could be that person for you guys, but just check out his channel. If you disagree, then you disagree. If you learned something new, then you learned something new. And that's pretty much all it is. But anyway, just some of the questions that like I'll either hear people kind of rant about, or it's just something that I've personally been messaged about a couple of times, not many times, but just a few. Is, just simple fucking Twitch growth and like tools to make you grow and stuff like that. And when people say like, people tell you like, oh, you should always use your real photo on like your social medias and your Twitch and like this and that, and like, because it's a better way for you to grow and use your real name, and or at least like a moniker that's pretty much close to your real name and stuff like that. But for me, it's just kind of like, or not for me, but just based on the things that I know, it helps. But most other people's argument is just kind of like, oh, but this other YouTuber or this other Twitch streamer doesn't have like a face cam, or they don't use they use their emotes for their socials and stuff like that. And even fucking people like Harris Heller have pointed that out. It's like they're the exception. They've already made it. They've already paved their own road, so they can basically just do whatever the fuck they want. And that's primarily it. If they built their channel like that, never using a webcam and never using like their own pictures on socials, then good for them. They made it work. But I can tell you right now, they made a lot of other really good decisions. They're not only growing because they don't use a picture of themselves or they use their emotes as their social media stuff. They've put in the work. Like, I can guarantee it, they've put in the work. But that's, I don't know. I think that's pretty much it for that little bit, because everything else is just, it just depends on what you want to do. But I mean, I'm gonna chime in on that a little bit more towards the end of the podcast. If I could even call this a podcast, it's gonna be like a 10-minute podcast. But anyway, the creme de la creme of my little Twitch rant. I mean, all of it was, but everybody freaking the fuck about Twitch Council. 3 simple words. Fuck Twitch Council. And not 3 other, but I'm just saying other words regarding that. It's most likely nothing's gonna, like, everybody's freaking out before they've even done anything, and it's not like these people are in charge of bans or anything. Like, it's just like, it's just fucking stupid. And later, or not later on, but like Devin Nash released a video on that, and it's just, I think it's funny. Go check out some of the information on it. He doesn't think anything's gonna happen of it, or at least not at the moment, and he thinks it's insignificant. But it's funny to me, and I like that he did this because he pointed it out. You know, that one streamer that will not be named, but that everyone is mad about. You know, that streamer basically had a dying channel. And, you know, that person decided to say a couple of things that people went, oh my god, you're infringing upon my internet rights and blah blah blah. And now the channel's basically on an upwards of success. Like, it's just stupid. It's just really fucking stupid. It's like, even all of the people that are really against it and they just really want, or that are concerned about it, they're blowing these people up for no fucking reason. But again, I mean, I don't know. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. In my opinion. But again, I just think it's funny how that person's channel just blew up and they're just getting massive support because there's a big opposition on it. But honestly, I just don't think anything's gonna happen of it. Again, I'll reiterate it. Fuck Twitch Council. Or whatever the fuck it's actually called, but people just call it Twitch Council. That was the short part of it. There was that one thing that happened not a few weeks ago. I think it's been a few weeks ago. This episode's been chopped up a little oddly. I may or may not have recorded this in 2 takes. I tried really hard to make it not noticeable, but that's going to be up to you guys to sit there and debate on which part is different and which part isn't. Anyway. Emotes. Spamming your own emotes in other people's chats. And everyone was flipping fucking tables over it recently, and it's just kind of like, that's not a new thing. This has already been a thing for like a whole year. Or like, at least, this is something that already happened, okay, maybe not a year ago, but I'd say at least half a year ago, maybe to a year ago. No, I'm pretty sure we've already complained about this. But the thing is that back then, people were using this a little bit more maliciously. So, what was going on, and why a lot of people are really openly against people using their personal emotes in their chat, is mostly because, and at least I guess this is just my opinion, I guess I can't really confirm this any way, shape, or form. I'm gonna try to look for the pictures and shit, but I don't know. I'll see what I can do. Anyway, there was a big... There was a noticeable amount of streamers that would go around and basically go into other people's chats and self-promote. They would always use their own emotes. That's my big argument against other people's emotes, but like, usually you can tell when those people come by, because, you know, they fucking come by and they spam their 4-part emote that's like of their face or whatever. And they're like, hey man, haven't seen you around. I'm a Twitch streamer too. You know, I just got done fucking escaping from Tarkov. How's your day going? Oh, cool, man. You know, I'll be there I'll be here next time. I hope I can see you in my chat, like, you know, next time. I'll probably be on tomorrow, and it's just kind of like, you know, and just interlacing emotes here and there that are of theirs, not no one else's. They're not even like kappas or lulls or anything. So, I mean, I've been hit with emote spam like that. Am I gonna sit there and say that, like, you can't spam your emotes in my chat? Like, no, I don't fucking care. And for the most part, I like most people's emotes. Mostly because, like, the artists that work on them they are so fucking undervalued, it's crazy. So if anything, I'm just appreciating the artists. Fuck the streamers. But, anyway. Point is that, like, I've had many of times that has happened. And I think that's most people's argument behind not not spamming your emotes in other people's chat. And I get it. But at the same time, like, as long as they're not self-promoting in your chat, then just fucking leave them alone. If you like the emote, just be like, oh, hey, I like that emote. You know, if they tell you it's theirs, be like, oh, cool. And then just leave it at that. How hard is that? Like, it's really not that difficult to just be like, yeah, that's a cool emote. Yeah. You know, that good for you. You're a Twitch streamer too? Cool. You know, I'll check out your content. Throw them a follow if you want, and that's pretty much it. Boom, done. That's literally the easiest way to make yourself not look like a jackass. Instead of being here going, oh, you're trying to self-promote your heathenisms upon my good Christian chat, and I'm just kind of like, okay, all right. That was kind of stupid, but all right. But yeah, but I think recently, I don't remember what big. I mean, I do actually no. I remember what big streamer said it, but they were saying something about emote spams as well, and they were like, how could they? You know, this big streamer is setting a bad precedent. And it's just kind of like, no, I don't. I think they would just need to elaborate, if anything, because I'm pretty sure they've also been hit with those giant fucking 4-part or 6-part fucking emotes that are just kind of like really obnoxious. Obviously, like, one little emote's really not going to make that big of a difference. But if you have a giant fucking 6-part emote that only says, like, your Twitch handle or, like, your name, obviously you're trying to do something fucking shady. So, I mean, this conversation can go either or. I can pretty much just vouch for either side. I can understand why people feel bad that they just can't spam emotes. And to that I say, fuck it. Just, hey, shameless self-plug right here. If you want to chat, if you want to spam all your fucking cute emotes in my chat, go to twitch.tv/xNekroses. Links in the description. I'll tell you how cute they are. I'll ask you what artist made them. And, who knows? Even then, I may even fucking sit there and commission them for whatever reason. Fuck, I just remembered I needed to commission my artist for a YouTube thumbnail. I completely forgot. Fuck it, I'm just gonna have to do it by hand. Whatever, it's fine. Anyway. But yeah. Emote spam, just honestly, to the people that have negative feelings about those old fucking emote spams, just fucking forget about it. Just, honestly, just get over it. Like, everybody knows, and I'm pretty sure every Twitch streamer usually wants a fairly, like, okay kind of community. So being a little bit more positive will give you, you know, that much more fucking positive yield versus, like, just kind of enabling all of the toxic fucking people in chat and just being like, you know, this is my community, and then whining and bitching when you accidentally say something bad online and, you know, all of your followers go after people and you're like, no, this is not the image I wanted. Well, too fucking bad. That kind of just came out of nowhere, but, you know. Yeah. That was a little awkward. I don't know where that came from. Man, this is a rant. But, on the other hand, I haven't seen many of them pop up. But I've seen a couple of them pop up with visual proof. And I've only heard stories, but those I'm not even going to take as, like, fact. But there is this, this fairly... I would still call them an underground streamer because they're not very well known. But there was this, somewhat known streamer that was basically fucking throwing around Twitch drama on Twitter. Because I guess they were harassed for, because they just, they decided to, they weren't even spamming emotes. That was the thing too. They decided to post an email in a certain person's chat, a bigger streamer's chat, and someone basically just said, if you, I think it was one of their mods. Their mod said like, hey, if you subscribe to the, to the channel, you could use this person's emotes instead. Winky face, or at least that's basically the kind of message that I got from it. But they kind of turned around and like made it a whole big deal. It's like I was harassed into, because I just posted an emote and I was harassed because they weren't accepting of my emote and they told me to subscribe so I could use their emote, and what they did was wasn't harassment. I forgot exactly the actual word, but they were basically trying to stir up shit when there was like literally no shit to stir up. Like, I'm sorry. You know who I'm talking about. Like, I think that was one of the stupidest fucking moves. Cause legit, if you think you're getting harassed, oh fuck. I know there's a clip out there of them saying the whole Twitch Prime sub. But anyway, hold on. Let me say this first. If you think you're being harassed because someone just like cheekily said like, hey, you can subscribe and also spam their email if you'd like. If you think that's wrong to tell someone, whether you're a viewer or a chat or a fucking mod, then like my only argument is that you're basically doing the exact same thing to a wider audience when you say, hey, do you have Amazon Prime? You can connect it to Twitch and get a free sub, and you can sub to your, to your favorite streamer, wink wink, implying, themselves, and it's just kind of like, that's the same fucking thing. I mean, obviously the former was a little bit more direct, because they were kind of like, you can sub and use their emotes instead. But it's the same fucking message. You're basically kind of just like baiting people into subbing. So like, really, if anything, you did something wrong. Because you were the person that were trying, you honestly, you were just trying to instigate shit. And to that I say, fuck you. Like, just fuck you. Because I'm so fucking tired of like stupid ass fucking Twitter drama. Some of it's real, and I can understand it. I can get behind some of it, or at least like, have an opinion about it. But most of it is just fucking garbage. It's just stupid fucking garbage like that. And it's just like, okay, like, really, this is a thing? You're gonna sit here and complain about it? Even the big streamer that said the whole emotes thing, to me, my fucking, my advice to them would be to complain a lot less, especially when you're trying to grow your Twitter audience. But then again, who the fuck am I? They could easily turn around and be like, who the fuck are you? You only have like, what, 100 followers on Twitter? And it's just kind of like, hey, more than you at the moment, so at least I'm not gonna sit there and try to like fucking formulate an army of fucking Simpson Karens that all they do is bitch about fucking nonsensical bullshit online. Like, okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just feeding into the drama. Maybe just a little bit, but again, it's a rant. It's nothing more than that. Obviously, like, I have other opinions as well, but like, it's just shit that's been on my mind. But, which, with that earlier comment, that anyone can turn around and just tell me no, that I'm wrong, it's just, I'm gonna just throw this out there now. Yeah. The perfect segue to sit here and be like, yeah, I mean, you're right. But I said, if you rewind it, if you pick up your little fucking nubs and right, or is it, no, if you left click on the little fucking slider bar and slide it to the beginning of the podcast, I told you guys I'm not a fucking professional on this shit. I'm not professionally versed in the Twitch world. So yeah, I could be wrong. But my feelings are my own. That's just my own viewpoints on all this shit. You don't follow any of Harris's Heller's advice, and you don't follow Devin Nash's. So why should we listen to you? I don't have fucking time to do all that shit. And for the most part, like, it's just kind of like, I've got plans. I've got other plans. Streaming will be included in those plans, but I have other things in the works. I'm sorry my life doesn't revolve around Twitch. And with that being said, it's just kind of like, all I'm gonna say is, like, the reason I don't do a lot of this shit is just because I just do whatever the fuck I want, and that's just kind of how I want my channel to be. Like, obviously, I'm gonna sit there and be a little bit more vocal and a little bit more welcoming, because that's just kind of the atmosphere I'm trying to invoke upon all of the new people that come into the channel. And that's how I want to keep it. I just want to be a chill, fucking low-key place that you can hang out. I don't want to be the next big streamer. For the most part, at least. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, well, okay. I mean, it wasn't my main source of income or projects anyway, so people are gonna sit there and fucking nitpick at it at some point. They're gonna find this podcast like fucking years later and be like, oh, you fucking see, this guy was a massive failure from the beginning. And it's just kind of like, okay, cool. Sure. See if I care. But, yeah. Besides that, I don't know. For the most part, I just want a positive channel. I want to keep it like that. If I can, even if it's through ranting and throwing in slight pieces of humor here and there, and like at least some solid advice. If I can build a fucking positive community like that, then that's what I'm gonna do. So, yeah. You guys need any help with anything? Obviously, I'm not your parental. I'm not gonna sit here and guide you through everything unless you pay me to do so. But even then, like, I just wouldn't accept any form of payment because I'm not a professional. But if you need advice on anything, I'm there. Just message me. Stop by the channel and say hello. Be like, yo, what up? I need a home payment plan. How can I do? I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm so tired. But the point is that yeah. Anything and everything that you need, or if you need something, if you need any form of advice, hit me up. Go to the channel, say hello. We'll link up on Discord at some point, and I can give you all of the information that I have. But with that being said, this is pretty much the end of the podcast. Thank you so much for listening in and being supportive of the the fun little times we have. Also, a very big thank you for 1,000 followers on Twitch. It's been a wild ride. And I think as a special little portion of it, special little gift, my gift to you guys, I've handed this song out for a few people, you know, that I feel like at least somewhat close to, or if I ever want to make someone's day. But anyway, this is basically going to be the release of a 12-year-old song at this point. It's basically going to be a song of when I was a lot younger. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Have a good day, have a good night, sweet dreams, and take care. Remember to be the very best version of yourself every single day, even when it feels like it is the most impossible thing to do. And yeah, still working on that guest. Because now I have 3 people messaging me. I messaged 3 people and now I have 3 replies, so I need a finesse. Just be patient with me. The first guest will be on the podcast. I just cannot, really say exactly who's going to be the first guest. But I hope that you enjoy it. It should be out probably next week. Hopefully around Wednesday, but we'll see. And with that being said, here is my gift to you. My little razzle dazzle from 15-year-old xNekroses when he tried to make his life a little bit more musically inclined. Enjoy.
Yeah. This is another Johnny B Productions. The party's over, and it's time to go home. But where is home if it's all just a mess? The constant yelling doesn't let the tired rest, and the feeling gets worse as it stabs through the chest. So you're left crying and broken down in this home array. You got a spark of passion that turns into a flame, but poems and letters won't save the sum. So you choose to sit and write all alone, with hope that one day, someday, you'll wake up and laugh in the face of those who said it was luck. There's many roads to get there, and time's a solution. Trust me, you don't want death as a conclusion. So plan it out and make it worth the blood and sweat and the emotions that are deep that you shed. Let your heart take over, release it from its cage. Time will do its thing with every one of its phases. I reminisce good times with pictures of places and faces of those who never knew hatred. Sometimes I wonder at night, how could this be? That these pictures are nothing but memories. I reminisce good times with pictures of places and faces of those who never knew hatred. Sometimes I don't even know what to do at all. So please catch me, grip me, and break my fall. Have you ever felt so sick that you need an escape? So alcohol and drugs take the place, just to smile a little as you die on the inside. The nightmare never ends, but you feel alright. Drifting into a coma, yes, you feel alright. Cold, numb, and frozen, losing sight of life, waiting for your hero in gold to save you. I'm sorry these don't exist, it's up to you. But you have to stop caring about what people say. Your troubles will start to fray, just go away. Just think about it, realize and wake up. Trying is all that's needed until it's enough. So fill the hole you were in with what you've done. Try to look up and meet your eyes to the sun. For once you're next, not held up to a knife. So let the light pour over and into your life. I reminisce good times with pictures of places and faces of those who never knew hatred. Sometimes I wonder at night, how could this be? That these pictures are nothing but memories. I reminisce good times with pictures of places and faces of those who never knew hatred. Sometimes I don't even know what to do with